B1-B English Podcast.
Hello and welcome to MBE English Podcast. I'm Emma.
And I'm Kevin. Thanks for being here.
Today's episode is an advanced listening practice conversation about travel stories and culture shocks, those moments.
Let's dive in.
Let's start with something small that can still feel big. Greetings.
Yes, I've learned that hello is not just a word, it's a whole system. Handshakes, cheek kisses, bows, hugs, eye contact. Every place has its own style.
I visited a country where people do quick cheek kisses. The problem was the number. Some people did 2, some did 3. I paused and my face probably showed panic.
I had the opposite. I went somewhere more reserved. I'm naturally warm, so I leaned in for a hug. The person stepped back like I was too close.
Ouch.
They weren't rude. That was simply normal there. After that, I used a safer approach, a smile, a small nod, and a calm hi. I watched how locals behaved and copied it.
That's one of the best tips. Observe first, then follow.
Another greeting issue is titles. In some places, saying sir or madam sounds respectful. In other places, it feels too stiff, almost like you're building a wall.
True. Also, small talk is different. I used to think it was universal. Weather, weekend, traffic. But in some countries, people skip that and go straight to the point.
I experienced that during a work trip. Someone opened a meeting with, "So, what do you want?" I thought they were irritated.
But they were being direct, not unfriendly.
Right. Later I realized, in that culture, being straightforward can be a form of respect, like, "I value your time."
Okay, I want to hear your best story.
Mine is about queues lines, basically. I was at a busy train station. People were standing in a cluster, not in a clean line.
A human traffic jam.
Exactly. I tried to find the end, but it wasn't clear. I stood behind someone who looked like the last person. After a few minutes, a new person arrived from the side and got served before me.
That would annoy me.
I felt frustrated, but then I noticed something. Locals weren't upset. They understood an unwritten rule. The system was more like, move forward when there's space.
So, how did you adapt?
I didn't push or argue. I simply moved closer at the right time, made polite eye contact with the staff, and stepped forward with confidence when it felt appropriate.
That's a skill, learning the local rules without a manual.
Yes, and I also reminded myself, it wasn't personal. It wasn't they're targeting me. It was just a different method.
Another big one is time. Some cultures treat schedules like a promise. Others treat them like a flexible plan.
Oh yes, I once got invited to dinner at 7 o'clock. I arrived at 6:55, feeling responsible. The host looked shocked, like, "Why are you here already?"
That's painful.
They weren't ready. The food wasn't finished, people hadn't arrived, and I felt awkward sitting there.
In many places, coming a bit late is normal. It gives the hosts time to prepare.
Exactly. The next day I asked a local friend, if someone says 7 o'clock, what time do people usually come? And my friend said, around 7:30 or even 8 o'clock.
Meanwhile, in other countries, being late is considered disrespectful.
So the best strategy is to ask someone who knows the culture or do a quick check before you travel.
Money customs are also tricky. Tipping can create a lot of stress.
I agree. I visited a place where tipping is expected and the amount matters. I left what I thought was a decent tip. The server's expression changed.
Uh-oh.
Not angry, but disappointed. I realized my nice tip looked small there.
And the opposite happens too. In some places, tipping isn't common. People may think you forgot your change.
My friend tipped a taxi driver in a country like that. The driver chased him to return the money, thinking it was a mistake.
That's actually kinda sweet.
It is. Now my rule is simple. Learn the basic tipping norms for restaurants, taxis, and hotels before you go.
Another money issue is cash versus card. Some cities are almost cash-free. Others still rely on cash, especially street vendors.
I once tried to pay for a snack with a card. The vendor stared at me like I offered a science experiment. Luckily, I had some local bills.
After that, you probably started carrying cash.
Always. Not a lot, just enough for small purchases.
Let's talk about personal space. Some places stand close in conversation, others keep more distance.
I visited a country where people talked very close, half a step away. I kept stepping back. They kept stepping forward. It became a weird dance.
I've had that too. Also, volume can be surprising. Some cultures speak loudly in public, and it's normal.
If you come from a quieter place, you might think people are arguing when they're simply chatting.
Exactly. I once heard two friends speaking loudly and fast. I assumed they were in conflict. Then they started laughing and taking photos.
That's a good reminder. Tone doesn't translate perfectly between cultures. Food can be the biggest surprise. I ordered something not spicy. I said it clearly.
Let me guess. It burned.
It was intense. My eyes watered. I needed water, bread, anything.
For me, it was a salad. I expected something light. It arrived covered in mayonnaise and fried pieces.
That's a surprise in the opposite direction.
And then there are table manners. In some cultures, leaving food on your plate suggests you didn't enjoy it. In others, finishing everything implies you want more.
I learned that the hard way. I finished my plate to show appreciation. The host kept refilling it because I looked still hungry.
No escape.
Exactly. I had to learn a polite phrase meaning, "It's delicious, but I'm full."
Learning key phrases is powerful. Even basic ones like, "No, thank you, I'm allergic, I'm full, could you explain this?" can save you. Another subtle shock is how people say no. Some cultures are very clear. No, I can't.
Others avoid direct refusal and use softer language.
Like, maybe, we'll see, or that might be difficult.
I once waited for an answer because someone said, "I'll think about it." I expected a message later. Nothing came.
In that context, it might have meant no, but in a polite way.
Exactly. Now if I'm unsure, I ask gently, "Should I make other plans?" It's clear, but still polite.
That's a great B1-B2 communication skill, being direct without sounding aggressive.
Public transport taught me a lot. I went to a city where the subway was extremely quiet.
Like a library?
Exactly. No loud talking, no eating, phones on silent. I was with a friend and started chatting normally, then noticed everyone looking calm and silent. I lowered my voice immediately.
In other places, trains are loud and social people talk, laugh, eat snacks, even play music.
Both styles have pros. Quiet systems feel peaceful. Social systems feel lively.
Either way, you adjust to the shared space. Customer service is another big one. In some countries, staff are super friendly, lots of smiling and questions.
In others, service is professional and neutral.
Neutral can feel cold if you're not used to it. I once thought a cashier was angry because she didn't smile.
But she was probably just focused.
Exactly. And some people find very friendly service unnatural, like it's too much.
So it's about expectations. Politeness can look different depending on the culture. Can we talk about something everyone experiences but few people mention?
Bathrooms.
Bathrooms. Different countries, different systems. Sometimes there's no toilet paper. Sometimes you pay coins. Sometimes the shower is the entire room.
Yes, I've seen places where the whole bathroom becomes wet. No separate shower area.
And I once faced a toilet with many buttons. I stared at it like a control panel.
Same, you're like, if I press the wrong thing, will something happen?
Practical tip: carry tissues, small change, and hand sanitizer. Not exciting, but useful.
Safety can also feel different. Some places feel safe at night, while other cities require more caution.
And even within one city, different neighborhoods can feel completely different.
That's why asking locals helps. Is it okay to walk here after dark? Or which areas should I avoid?
Also, scams can surprise tourists. It doesn't mean the whole place is bad. Tourist zones attract scammers everywhere.
If someone is too pushy or too friendly too fast, it's okay to step away.
A simple line works: no thanks, I'm okay, then keep walking.
Here's a surprising one: compliments. In some cultures, if you compliment something like a jacket, they might offer it to you.
Seriously?
Yes, it can be a generosity habit. You like it? Take it. After that, I learned to compliment carefully.
That's amazing. Meanwhile, in other cultures, compliments are common and expected, especially about appearance.
And some places find compliments uncomfortable. People might change the topic quickly.
Again, it's about reading the room.
Let's give listeners a clear list of strategies.
First, assume good intentions. Most awkward moments are not personal.
Second, observe and mirror. If you're unsure how to behave, watch locals.
Third, learn a few survival phrases. Not a full course, just key sentences.
Fourth, keep a sense of humor. Today's embarrassing moment becomes tomorrow's story.
Fifth, ask respectful questions. Many people enjoy explaining their culture when you ask politely.
For example, is it okay if what's the usual way to do people normally?
Also, avoid negative comparisons. Instead of "this is wrong," say "this is different from what I'm used to."
That single change makes you sound open-minded.
Let's do quick rapid fire again. I say a topic, you respond with a short reaction.
Go ahead.
Shoes inside the house.
I love taking shoes off, but sometimes I forget and feel embarrassed when everyone else is in socks.
Public silence.
Peaceful, but also a bit tense if you're expecting conversation.
Bargaining in markets.
Difficult for me. I worry I'm being rude, but in many markets it's normal and even fun.
Spicy food levels.
Mild is dangerous. It means different things in different countries.
Punctuality.
I prefer clear expectations. If I don't know the rule, I feel anxious.
Same. Now I ask locals, and it removes the stress.
So, culture shock isn't a sign that something is bad. It's a sign you're learning.
And the best travel memories often come from confusing situations because they teach flexibility.
If you're listening, think about your own travel moments. What surprised you? What did you learn? Let's meet in the comments.
Thanks for listening to MBE English Podcast.
Subscribe for more advanced English listening practice. See you next time.